If you're passionate about DSLR photography and you've been waiting for the next big move from Pentax, you'll want to stick around for this. Because today we're diving into one of the most intriguing whispers in the photo gear world, the possible arrival of the Pentax K-3 Mark IV. Now, before we go any further, if you love in-depth gear deep dives, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming rumors and real-world reviews. What we have so far, Pentax has quietly discontinued the K-3 Mark III, signaling a gap in its APS-C DSLR flagship lineup. PentaxForums.com Digital Camera World. Meanwhile, sources close to the brand have hinted that something serious and interesting is on the way, a camera that could bridge the gap between classic DSLR craftsmanship and modern imaging demands. Pentax and Ricoh rumors, so today we'll explore, based on what the leaks suggest, what the Mark IV might bring. What specs are rumored, what stories lie behind them, why Pentax might make this move, and what it means for you as a photographer. We'll start first with the rumored key specifications. Then we'll go into the broader context. Why Pentax is doing this, where the market stands, and whether you should wait for this model or act now. If you're thinking of upgrading or simply love exploring what's next in photography gear, you're in the right place. So let's begin. According to the latest leaks, the K-3 Mark IV may feature a newly designed APS-C sensor in the 30 to 32 megapixel range, built around a BSI CMOS architecture. That's a notable step up from the 25.7 MP sensor in the Mark III, which already delivered outstanding image quality. The BSI, back-illuminated, design means improved light-gathering efficiency, translating into better low-light performance and higher dynamic range. Imagine standing on a mountain ridge just before sunrise, that delicate balance between night and dawn, where shadows and light mingle. With a sensor like this, the Pentax K-3 Mark IV could capture every subtle gradient, preserving detail even in the darkest corners of your frame. For landscape photographers and wildlife enthusiasts, that means freedom. Freedom to crop, print larger, and explore deeper levels of detail. For creators who also shoot video, the K-3 Mark IV could mark Pentax's most serious step yet into hybrid territory. Leaks suggest 4K 60 frames per second recording, with improved codecs, better thermal management, and on-sensor phase detection for smoother autofocus during video. There may also be support for 10-bit recording, log profiles, and external HDMI output for professional workflows. Visual storytellers will appreciate this evolution. You could film a short documentary, travel log, or behind-the-scenes sequence with cinematic precision, all from a DSLR that still gives you that tactile, mechanical feel mirrorless cameras have long abandoned. Perhaps the most anticipated upgrade lies in autofocus. The SafeFox 13 module in the Mark III was impressive, but the rumored K-3 Mark IV could introduce a next-generation system, potentially named SafeFox 14, offering 151 AF points with enhanced cross-type coverage and AI-based subject detection. Pentax may incorporate machine learning algorithms to recognize patterns, birds, faces, cars, allowing faster, more predictive focus tracking. For wildlife photographers waiting in patience for that split second when a bird takes flight, this means fewer missed opportunities and a higher success rate in capturing decisive moments. Pentax's optical viewfinders are legendary, and the Mark IV will likely maintain a 100% field of view and approximately 1.05 times magnification, combined with a high-resolution 3.2-inch tilting touchscreen. This will offer both traditional precision and modern flexibility. Imagine crouching low to the ground to capture a macro shot of a dew-covered flower. The tilting display helps you compose comfortably, while the bright optical finder gives you that timeless connection to the world in front of the lens. Modern photographers demand connectivity, and the K-3 Mark IV is rumored to feature dual UHS 2 SD slots, USB-C 3.2 Gen 2, Wi-Fi 6, and Bluetooth 5.3, offering fast transfers, remote control, and tethering options. Think of being on location. You capture, transfer, and deliver directly from the field. No delays, no cables tangled in your bag. Pentax may even integrate direct cloud backup or companion app editing support, closing the gap between capture and publication. Pentax has never compromised on durability. Expect a full magnesium alloy chassis, 360 degrees weather sealing, and freeze resistance down to -10 degrees Celsius. These are not marketing claims. Pentax bodies have long been trusted in extreme conditions, from Himalayan summits to Arctic expeditions. Imagine trekking through freezing rain, your gloves stiff with ice, yet the K-3 Mark IV continues to fire shot after shot. That's what makes Pentax cameras more than tools. They're companions for those who shoot where others hesitate. Pentax's legendary in-body image stabilization system, known as Shake Reduction 2 (SR2), has always been a hallmark of their engineering. Leaks suggest that in the K-3 Mark IV, this system will be refined even further, delivering up to 6 stops of compensation. That means sharper handheld images in low-light situations and smoother panning for moving subjects. Picture yourself shooting handheld at dusk in the rain. No tripod, no gimbal, yet the camera steadies the frame so effectively that every droplet remains crisp. That's not just stabilization, it's liberation. Think about a photographer who's been using Pentax since the film era, someone who still treasures their old f/31mm limited lens. The ability to mount that same lens on a modern digital body and get outstanding results is more than convenience. It's continuity. Pentax understands that photography isn't just about the next product. It's about the ongoing relationship between the creator and their tools. Rumors point toward an expanded native ISO range from 100 to 1,600,000, refined by a new processing engine that enhances shadow detail and color accuracy. For astrophotographers and event shooters, this could be transformative. Under a moonlit sky, you could capture stars with clarity and minimal noise, pushing exposure boundaries without compromising detail, an area where Pentax has traditionally excelled. The Pentax K-3 Mark IV, if released, is expected to enter the market as the flagship APS-C DSLR, potentially priced around $2,000 to $2,200 USD, body only. While that positions it at the premium end, Pentax aims for a specific kind of user, not the casual smartphone photographer, but the artist who values reliability, build quality, and the joy of optical photography. In a world shifting toward mirrorless, the K-3 Mark IV represents a philosophy that precision, craftsmanship, and connection still matter. The rumored Pentax K-3 Mark IV isn't just a potential camera. It's a statement of persistence. It stands for the belief that DSLRs still have a soul, that the optical experience still matters, and that not all innovation requires abandoning tradition. If these leaks prove accurate, the K-3 Mark IV could be one of the most refined APS-C cameras ever built, one that unites past and future through design, functionality, and sheer photographic integrity. For photographers who crave a tool that feels alive in their hands, that responds to instinct rather than automation, this might be the last great DSLR worth waiting for. And before you go, if you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the world of camera technology is changing faster than ever, and this channel is here to keep you ahead of every major release and rumor. Stay tuned, because if the Pentax K-3 Mark IV does arrive, we'll be the first to tell you everything it brings.